Hey, baby. Oh, are you gonna show up for the camera? I was gonna say something to the camera. You can show up. That's good because I'm not in the most visual state. So I just think it's interesting. I've caught a few electronic voice phenomena on my shit, but I don't think I've caught any video phenomena, visual. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself about about how I need a light. Give me a second. So I'm thinking. You're a pretty girl. You're my pretty baby. I'm sitting here thinking about how like you don't know nothing about nobody till they actually tell you. I mean, there's things you can learn, there's things you can figure out, but like when it comes to just judging negatively for no reason, so you don't know. Because I'm thinking to look at me, what you would guess about me, and I don't even know what people would think. So a lot of people just think I'm white, but. And then I talk about fucking Indian shit, and I talk about the ghetto, and then it's like, okay, wait a second. But like I grew up around. I mean, I grew up around lots of cultures, but like one of the ones coming to my mind is like these old Rastamen smoking rocks, and the young bald heads wearing gold chains, and I don't know if that makes sense to everybody else. But like I remember that shit. And so it's when a crackhead trying to fucking get you to smoke crack and a crack dealer saying no, just smoke weed. You gotta think about that shit, and how that affect me as a youth, and fucking. I think that right there, that level of honesty from the fucking traffickers is why the kids that come out of Parkdale come out, okay. Like we're fucked up, but we didn't get fucked up just by our neighborhood didn't just beat on our neighborhood raised us, But. It's like people out there in the world, whoever, I want to have something to say. Fucking, I don't know where the best place is at, so I'm gonna stick to it. Fucking all this shit about I mean, you could go on look at Detroit and fucking do what they on video documentaries of what's happened, the news from back in the day, all that stuff. And fucking, I didn't have Detroit local news on my local cable, obviously, because we didn't have everything set up. Now you could get shit like that if you had enough money, but. Now you just, you go to their YouTube channel or their website or whatever, right? But all this stuff that was happening in Detroit was happening here too, heavily in fucking Parkdale, Jane and Finch, Regent Park, and Scarborough, and in between, where we would walk, where we would run or walk between places too. So you get these points, these places where like. All the people from my neighborhood know, like, Kennedy Station, okay? But we don't fucking live out there. But if you ask them about the next two stations over, like, Greenwood or whatever, like, fucking, they're not sure. But we know where these major waypoints are, okay? You gotta understand, these places are big. These are not small places. Regent Park is a whole neighborhood. people forget that. They talk about fucking how it's a housing project. Yeah, but it's 5 or 10 blocks by 5 or 10 blocks. Depending where you want to draw the line exactly, but that's a huge fucking area that the housing project itself covers. Plus the privately owned shit on all sides. You live across the street from Regent. You don't say, oh, I don't live in Regent. I live in Cabbagetown. You don't know what the fuck that is, man. I mean, we do, but they go, oh, you live by Regent. Okay, I know where you are. Fucking. Okay. What's up? You like it over there by the door, eh? Oh, I'm a little nervous about that because there's that guy been blowing his crack smoke at you. I don't like that. Because he thinks it's funny for some reason. And he seems to think it's gonna fuck. I don't want him doing it because it'll hurt you. It's bad for you. But he's doing it. Okay. Hey, I love you. I love you, baby. I love you. But yeah, someone's been blowing fucking rock smoke at the door and fucking. Yeah, we don't like that, do we? Okay. And fucking. The nice thing to know is that it doesn't make her fucking. It's not like fucking human beings. You fucking give them another piece for free and they're back on it. She does not like it at all. So I have to be cautious because people, they're crackheads, right? They're not fucking wise to shit. So fucking they think the dog's being friendly to them, and I gotta be on top of her and make sure she's just like, I gotta have the leash like right to here, like that's what this is for here. If you ever have to work with these chains, you can hold it from here. Okay, do not try and hold it from here. Because your finger will get stuck and you will lose that thing. That finger will snap. Okay, so just I haven't snapped my finger, but I like twice, 3 times. I don't know. I've got my hand caught in there using these collars. And it's not good because it only happens in a situation where the dog's pulling on it, right? So you people out there think you're making I don't know what they think it is, like fucking to blow rock smoke at an animal. I've seen people do it with like rats and dogs and cats and shit, like fucking and it fucks the animal up so bad. But I think it's like the fucking chemicals they're putting in themselves is one thing, or the substance, I guess. But I think it's there's other shit. There's obviously it's not a pure drug, but fucking these people are fucking making the animal like themselves. They're not making the animal into a drug addict, you know. But and that's something like you would never see like I said, ball heads, but like, you know, people from, like, what am I gonna do? To like give you a whole racial profile of every drug dealer in my hood? But there's fucking. They would never have done that. As a kid, I never saw anybody do something like that. Like, you didn't do something like that to an animal. If somebody didn't want drugs, you didn't try and force them on it. Like, that never fucking happened. We never saw that kind of shit, eh? And fucking... Like, because it was just something you didn't do. It's not because you didn't know how to do it. Like, it would be like walking up and pushing somebody for no reason. You'd be like, hey, don't do... What the fuck? What the hell was that? Don't do that to people. Good girl, you eating all your food? That's the water from the morning. Is it good? Are you okay with that? Okay, then I'll just leave it for now. You look like a tiger, baby. So I've said rats will bite people. Fucking cats will fucking... Cats and dogs do this. Cats will try and get up to your lips because baking soda is salt, so what you're making is basically let's see, sodium, like a cocaine, sodium, It'd be like it would be like carbon 2 cocaine sodium or something like that is what you're making, right? I don't fucking know, but it's salt of cocaine is what you would call it in English, which means there's salt on your fucking lips, and you're inhaling salt vapor, which I'm gonna tell you is not good, because I don't know how the fuck you can get that out, because the salt is salt destroys concrete and things, you know. Salt destroys. Let's see, I don't know if I have one right here. I have this one, but like these clay pots, fucking. The salt absolutely destroys them. My fucking terracotta looking fucking donkey is pieces flaking off of it from the fucking fertilizer salt, okay? So, just like you can't drink salt water. I think you can drink brackish, but I forget now. Don't drink salt water, because you think you're taking in water, but what you're really taking in is just salt. There's not nearly enough water to process the amount of salt in the water, so the salt builds up in your system, so you get thirstier. Okay, don't do it. And fucking, by the way, salt, table salt. Fucking, I don't even have a box of it to show you, but you look on the ingredients of your table salt, and you think, wait, what ingredients? Because they're never used to say ingredients on there. And it says dextrose, which is corn sugar, and sugar. Okay, now those other chemicals, I don't trust the names of them, like ferrocyanide or whatever. What the fuck is that? Because I buy regular fucking sea salt. It doesn't have none of that shit. Or if it's in there by being in there. It's you evaporate the water and get the salt, right? So. Salt's a very interesting substance, but you gotta be fucking cautious, you know, because you can rust away metals. You can fucking salt's one of the few things to destroy stainless steel, and it not in the like it'll be resistant to salt, but it'll still end up eating through it. Even though water by itself wouldn't oxidize it, so I don't know how to fucking tell you any more different ways that crack is bad for you. There's a huge difference between a cocaine nasal spray from fucking, I don't even know who makes them, Apotex or somebody, Pharmex or fucking whoever the fuck, and fucking, you know, fucking making this shit in the kitchen and think it is going to be clean, because you're fucking inhaling it straight. There's no filter, no water bubble, nothing, man. So I don't know why you people even use that substance, but don't blow it at the fucking dogs, because you don't usually see crack addicted dogs because they die. And the people at Animal Services, when I mentioned the word that got her attention was wheezing. Okay, like I was talking about how she had been sick and I was very concerned, but she seemed to have gotten through it. And they said, when I said wheezing, she looked right at it. She knew exactly what I was talking about. She said most of the dogs out of them houses don't live. It's sad, because there's a lot of them just don't live. It's not a matter of rehabbing them or anything. They just don't live from the wheezing. So we got this one big and strong. And as you can see, there's a fan up there, and there's a fucking, all the air being sucked out under here, and the fresh air comes from under there. Yeah. So it's a constant, as long as the local air is relatively okay, we got it on lock for that, because they keep turning off the rooftop ventilation, which is why these buildings get these fucked up fires lately, where the smoke fills up the building. That ain't supposed to happen, because there's fans that pressurize the building. Yeah, but the landlords keep turning them off to be dicks. It doesn't save them any money. It doesn't save them any money at all. Okay, because it fucks up the works of the heating system. It fucks up the cooling system. Whatever they got that's supposed to be running, if you turn off one big part of it, then the fucking rest of it's not going to work right. And then people get sick and shit. That's how you get carbon monoxide up here on the fucking. Oh, I'm not on the ground floor. Eh? This is a 22-floor building, man. We up here high. I'm fucking. And I can smell fucking car exhaust. Yeah, so I know I cover a whole bunch of weird shit in this video, you know, but what she will do is very, very she don't like crackheads, and I think that's because I don't like them, but they think she does. She's not a mean dog. And she's very protective. And we've had a few instances already where we've had to protect each other. The deal is this: if I'm paying attention enough to prevent her from doing something to somebody, then I'm on top of it. So she doesn't need to help me. So in her mind, she just goes for it. And if I can stop her, then fucking, then I guess I'm taking care of it. And if I don't, then I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, I don't know what more I could tell you people, man. Because like with drug dealers like you see today out here, man, and I ain't gonna name them all up on this video, because I'm leaving this video up, but they ain't gonna be around. Like I'll mention it later what I'm talking about, okay? So some of y'all know what I'm talking about, but for the purpose of this fucking video to stay, like I don't want to come back and edit shit and fucking. Oh yeah, we got the dehumidifier running too. Trust me, there's problems with buildings, man, but fucking it ain't because of fucking how I got my place set up. These people get mad. They get mad. The hallway smells like crack smoke. Yeah, well, you were smoking crack all fucking day. With your fucking door wide open, of course it's gonna smell like crack smoke. They get mad at things like that are something they did. They get mad over all these things they all doing instead of just not doing them. It's fucking hilarious. So I don't give a fuck, man. Just watch out for the crystal meth, man. Because the drug dealers, like today, people are just dying all over the place, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't know how they expect to make money. It's almost like they just fucking don't care about anything, which is not what fucking, like, you can't go into any business or industry acting like that. Oh, you emptied it. Man, this... Yeah, so I don't know what people think of fucking hiding, man. I got fuck all that hiding. I just get these ideas of fucking answers to questions, and I'm the one sitting here with a camera. I could just fucking make the recording as though there were somebody interviewing me, but since there ain't, I'm just doing these freestyle, right? There's a library on Queen Street by Brock. It's not technically the intersection it's on, but it doesn't matter. It's right there. If you people just go to the intersection, understand. And there's a fucking little grassy area, like a fenced off, like just like a property. There's a building, and then there's a lot, and then but part of it's part of where the library is, because the building's shaped kind of funny, and there used to be a trailer parked on there. And it was the 14 Division substation. Okay, and I put that there in the 70s to deal with the heroin problem. I grew up with that shit in the 80s and 90s. Okay, like it was old in the 80s, and I'm walking past this thing in the 90s, and it's like, what the fuck? Why is there a fucking shack on the corner with a cop sitting in it? Like, because that's all it was. That's all it was. And it didn't prevent no crime or anything, man. Because we never knew. We couldn't see really if there was anybody in there. I mean, like, I never thought, oh, I'll go bang on that fucking trailer and somebody will come out and help me. I never thought that. So somebody told me, like, a long time ago, yeah, they put that there in the 70s to deal with the heroin problem. I was like, oh, okay. Because that's my neighborhood. That's a little bit before my time, right? So I didn't grow up with the heroin addicts so much because them people die. Okay. Only place you don't see them dying is where they can just have their heroin. Okay. It's a prescription drug in Canada. I don't understand why methadone people have to get their names on a public list when obviously the methadone by itself doesn't do it, and fucking there's no other painkiller or toxic substance do they make you do that. Put you on a public list. Yo, that fucking thing is noisy. Oh. So. Don't lick. Are you licking my jacket? Why are you licking my jacket? Are you licking your toes? Your toes feel better? Yeah? 3 wags, 4 wags. Your feet feel good? Yeah. You listen to me. I remember I told you it'd take a while, but if we do things the way I'm telling you, it'll work. Cause you was walking too much. We had to slow down on the walk so your nails could grow. And then because it was winter time, so it kind of sucked because there was salt everywhere. So even when I wanted to go out, sometimes we didn't because it's fucking harsh. And fucking, but look at your toenails now. They're touching the floor. They touch the floor. They're almost long enough to be pressing against the floor, aren't they? So that's from Canada Day till now. But even I'm gonna just nail January 1st as a date. I'm not 100%, but the quicks of her toenails were still the quicks of her toenails were still. How do I say this? If a dog wears its nails down short enough, the quick will be way too short, and then it'll scab over. But it takes a long time for that little bit of scab to build up into being a long. There's material in the center part of the nail. I don't know how to explain this, but because their nails aren't flat, they're round, right? So ours come off of the fucking skin, and then anything underneath we tend to scrape off, right? We tend to scrape off under there or whatever. Fucking, those look a lot filthier on the camera than they do in real life, but whatever. Fucking, I got the drug dealer nails. They're long and clean, and fucking. Anybody with nails like this, man, you gotta question what the fuck they do for a living. Cause even if they're doing rough shit, they're fucking using their head not to damage their nails, eh? But fucking. This is the calcium magnesium supplement, if you must know, 2-to-1 ratio. But when they get long enough, the quick will be longer, and the tip part that doesn't have any blood, any live blood in it, will also be longer. But the quick has been growing even up to like January. It's been too short, so it's more difficult to see now precisely if it's getting longer or not as her nails get longer. But there's some length on there. The tips are relatively healthy. She can never be exposed to what she was exposed to before. I won't allow it. It can't happen. Okay, I can bring her back once. I don't know if anyone can bring her back the same way again. But she's not gonna be exposed to any of that bullshit. She was walking probably 50 or 100 kilometers at a time. She was. I've not been given all the details, so if it seems like I'm jumping to conclusions, whatever, like people don't tell me everything. But I know she was left in an apartment that she didn't want to be in, and she fucking, she ate her way through the door. Okay. So there was wood splinters and supposedly layers and layers of lead paint. So you can see, there's lines. It's kind of like how trees get lines. There's lines. What you'll get is, see, I've got a couple of small ones. That's kind of this here is kind of normal. These little ones, okay. But she had fucking significant fucking. There's white bubbles and fucking red lines. If you see that in their nails, that means they've been exposed to it. But you'll probably know that already, or whatever. The dog's eating something it shouldn't have eaten. Okay, fucking. So basically her feet are coming along fine, and her nails were so short that they were cutting the skin as they entered and exited, and so that caused blood to be. She was bleeding into that space where the nail retracts into, so that as they draw back, they're drawn back blood into that area. So there was dead blood built up, and it's been coming out as dirt along the nail, some of it, and then also some of it. She was bleeding to an extent to where there's parts of her nails that have blood in them. Okay, her nails are red in certain areas. But that'll all come off on the tips, on the concrete. It'll slowly wear off. It's just indicative of the previous, 6 months to a year of health to look at a dog's nails. So, and the kibble, if you get the basic cheap kibble that doesn't have flavors and shit in it, that will be the one that has the nutrients and things that the animal needs. And I'm going to tell you, taste test the shit, man. Seriously. I mean, there's going to be things that your dog wants to eat that you won't go near. But if the dog don't want to eat the food and you put one of them in your mouth and you go, oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, that's some of these brands are just sold on marketing, That's why they cost. You gotta look at certain things when the dogs are bred and over thousands of years they've been bred to fucking live on our whatever we don't eat, scraps. So fucking if the food is something other than scraps or other than the nutritional makeup of scraps, and you're gonna have a problem. What the kibble basically is pellets of scraps. They cook up the scraps and dry it out and put it into pellets. That's all it is. So fucking I think that there was one on each foot on the back that was on her hind legs that was still bleeding a bit, but I think they stopped because they don't seem to bug her now. She had some cuts between her toes and stuff, and then there's problems where if their nails aren't long enough, then all their weight's going on their pads, and that's not the way their foot's designed to work. And so it's like having fucked up shoes on. It's like having broken toes or something. And fucking as the nails and they were way too short, they were rubbing on her toes, like the tip of the nail would rub against her toes and swell it up and cut it up. So she had some wounds on her toes. So the I don't know if the build up a callus will go back down the same way or not, but we'll see. If her nails get okay. She seems to think she'll be fine. Fucking. Yeah, so we don't get a good shot like that. So, fucking. It's been tricky. A lot of times she's been antsy because she wants to go walking and stuff. And it's almost like, yeah, I want to give her more exercise, but it's like, I don't want to have to fucking wash her feet again when they're bleeding. I don't want to have to fucking have her, burning off more calories. And so it's been tricky to get her to build up the weight. She's got to be about 65 pounds. I expect her to hit close to 75. And she's had a pretty good growth spurt the last 4, 5, 6 months. So, June, July. 10 months. She's been with me 10 months. So 5, 6 of the way to health. That's what it seems to me. It takes about a year. Everything I've been through with this animal is just making me think even more that my other dog had been, owned by it, or perhaps just stolen by, but in the possession of crackheads. I don't know where he is, baby. That's his chain you're wearing. I don't know where he is, because people tried to steal him, and they all tried to steal him at the same time, and they fucked him up. And he tried to bite me, and fucking, he was going crazy. People blew smoke in his face when I wasn't here. Somebody did something when I wasn't here. That's how I know what happened. Because apparently I learned from what happened, because it didn't happen to you, did it? Come here. I love you, baby. Come here. You're my baby. I didn't get rid of him on purpose. Everything went sideways because of these fucking crackheads. I did not get rid of him. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something now. You aren't gonna do anything to hurt nobody. You never have you? You bit one guy in the ass because he was punching his girlfriend. That's the one time you bit somebody. You punched his girlfriend, so you bit him in the ass. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like I said, I got you. I got you. If I can hold you back, then the situation's still under control. If I can hold you back, the situation's still good. So don't worry. Don't think I won't fucking hit somebody. We haven't had to. That's all. Tweakers fucking have tweakers everywhere, man. Okay, I can handle it. I'm from the hood, man. I told people where I was living out in the East End before that I was moving over here, and I told them, but I told them where I was from, and they're like, "Oh, you're from PK? Then fucking that place is just you'll have that wrapped around your finger. That ain't nothing. No wonder you like it here. Fucking this place ain't nothing. The place I was living was a walk-up, 3 floors." 5 apartments on each side, so 10 on each floor, and the bottom, so the basement was actually like a half basement because it was only 4 feet down and it's 4 feet above ground. So it looked like a short little building. 30 fucking apartments in this fucking place. Adela, the fucking place almost burned down while I was in there. That's another story. This place here got it says 351 apartments, but I don't understand how that adds up. I thought there should be over 400, but I don't know, some of them I think must be huge. That's why I don't give a fuck if you know where I live, because you gotta figure out where in the building I live, or where I am, because I might not be in my house, and fucking you gotta fucking get in and out of the building again, nigga. I ain't worried about that, okay, because my enemies that would harm me already gonna fucking watch me in the street to try and figure out where I live. Okay, so I don't care if people know it, because it just helps my friends get to where I am faster. I put a message out saying, "Oh fuck, there's a bunch of bad people at my house. You think nobody's gonna show up and try and fucking help me? Fuck, man. My friends just my friends will try and tell me to cool out and not slip out on people because they don't want to see me go to fucking jail for stupid shit. And then fucking at the same point, I'm telling them, go the fuck away because I'm fine and I can deal with this. You know? That's why fucking, I don't know where fucking people get the idea that fucking they can just start picking on people. And I don't just mean me, but like even random people on the internet. I see people start fights with people like rude, like ignorant things to say about people for nothing, you know. Like fuck, I say crazy shit for a reason. If you can't read what I'm reading, then fucking. 'Cause I notice the comebacks I get don't ever make sense. The things people say to me don't ever make sense to what I'm saying. Yeah, baby. Well, it's all just the internet. I don't give a fuck. Because if you're fucking hiding if you're hiding who you are, then fucking, or the classic, you're this, you're that, and then block. You know, you don't want to talk to me on the internet, fine. I don't give a fuck. My real friends fucking aren't even fucking mostly on. Like, we don't fucking use Facebook that way because we see each other. Oh, you didn't message me on Facebook. Why? I see you. You're in front of me. Fucking. I don't give a fuck, man. And this is what I'm about, man. I'm taking care of the fucking dog. Fucking passing on some knowledge that fucking might help some kids not be fucked up. That's it, man. I don't give a fuck about the rest of this shit. Because the heroin addicts from the 70s, we didn't see them in the 80s because they died. The fucking crackheads from the 80s died in the 90s. Crackheads from the 90s died fucking in the early 2000s. Like, fucking, I ain't worried about that shit because I just burn trees, man. Which I'm about to do. And fucking, I mean, we could keep the video running, actually. Because I ain't like, yo, I've been playing with the internet a long time. I don't know where people got all these fucked up things to say. I grew up watching Star Trek, Captain's Log. You know, somebody dies and they're going through their log and then they're just remembering their friend. Oh, I could do that too with my little video camera, can't I? You know, fucking, I grew up in a digital analog world, man. We have equipment to do both. See, you can't always do that now. Do you have a way of plugging a cassette tape player into your phone to make a recording? Well, we could do shit like that back then, but that shit all got phased out. So I grew up in a world where this shit's just like, I'm just fucking having fun with this shit. This phone, as I look on my fucking computer, has recorded so much video. So between this and the fucking, this is a Sanyo Exacti. Okay, fucking, I can't recommend this enough. If one of these comes your way, it's a nice little camera. And this one is 10 years old or older, you know. So fucking, but it makes these nice tight videos. I mean, they're heavy on the fucking megabytes, because it's if you put it on its maximum setting, 30 frames per second, high quality, it's DVD quality. 640 by 480. I don't recall offhand how many megabytes that is. I think it's I think you can get 4 minutes in 24.5 megabytes or something like that for the Facebook. But I've put together. I've got I thought I had 250 hours of video. I've got 500 hours of video. I don't even know how that happened, because I'm only looking at certain sections of files and shit, man. So what I'm working with right now is 250 hours. So I mean, anything could happen. I might fucking not be able to record nothing. I might get all fucked up and not be able to do things. But I might get somebody to help me upload all this shit to a computer. You know, fucking. I might. You like. I see people acting all fucked up, man. I got videos that clear my name. I've got videos of police cutting me up with a fucking. You go watch that video and see them fucking pull out what looks like a machete and fucking slice. He sliced my jacket all the way up and down, like 2 feet, like from my fucking shoulder down. I don't know why he did that. He cut the straps off the knapsack and he sliced up my wrist. And fucking, I got a photo of the slice on my wrist, and fucking, I got fucking the video of him doing this. So fucking, I don't know. This is just fun for me, and people keep fucking wanting to fuck with me for some reason. Like, I never fucking tried to start all this shit with these people. You know, they start with me. And fucking, I don't know, like, these people don't pick their battles very well. I wonder if I can set this right here. Set that right there. Right there. So whatever, like fucking, shout out to fucking Stone Monk TV. There's a few others, cause I watch that stuff too. And my homeboy just puts out his video and fucking does it, man. Like, he doesn't fucking cause grief for people or do weird fucking like and subscribe and comment. He just tells his stories and does his thing, man. Not just saying, that's what a lot of us do. I put up those graffiti videos. I'm gonna tell you something. You come back look for that graffiti, you won't find it, man. See, people think I'm going to agree with them on things I'm not going to agree with them on, or that I don't agree with them on. And fucking, what it comes down to is fucking, I can't handle crackheads, okay? Because I grew up around that shit. Once I knew what it was, you know, and that was an early age, to me, man, you making choices. So, I was raised up by real people, okay? Even the hookers and drug dealers were real people to me. Okay? Fucking sweetie, don't ever get involved in this stuff. People are gonna try to give you this, and I'm gonna tell you don't take it, okay? And they would show me this is what they're fucking telling. People are gonna try to give you this, and don't fucking do it, okay? Fucking, and they would say things like, for them it's a choice. They're doing it themselves. It's their choice. You don't have to make that choice. And that's fucking what I was raised up by, man. People never lied to me about drugs. I guess that's a big part of what I'm getting into here, because I wake up every day going, holy fuck, my neighborhood is so fucking crazy. See, this is that material that it'll look like it's rusting, but it's not. It's not rust. It's a protective material. It's basically it's a kind of rust, but it won't rust through. Yeah, see, it comes right off and shit. So I really don't give a fuck if you see me fucking smoking a split. That's all that is. There's so many people that I don't have around me because they're dead from fucking foolishness. I just need one with a nice clean. The tip of the cigarette fits perfectly in there. So at the end you hit the tobacco. No metal screens. I was wrong. This is not a brass bowl. This is a copper bowl. And you can tell because it gets hot as fuck. I thought it was brass, but I'm fairly certain it's copper. Copper is a wonderful material. I also make these to show you the condition I'm in when I wake up. You can say what you want about, like, oh, I need coffee, blah, 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 blah. I'm on a different level of shit, okay? I have a freestyle video. Now, see, my videos are always like an hour long. I have one where I hit an episode mid-rap, and it hurt like a bitch. They don't always come on that strong that quickly. But I made that video, you know. I kept that video. I have that video for the showing, for the purpose of fucking demonstrating this shit.
Sorry, the number you are calling is not available at this time. I'm sorry, the number you are calling is not available at this time.
You live in this city, you get fucking dust in your nose, like fucking, no matter how good your ventilation is, you gotta have the HEPA filters, the Honeywell HEPA filters. But this here is known to clear out your lungs. So if you build up that cocaine salt in your lungs, smoke some weed, okay, and you'll cough the shit up. I noticed with the old school crackheads that stay old, they don't smoke $1,000 of crack in 20 minutes, okay? They'll go run around, get their 20 piece, and then fucking do their crazy, and then go fucking start hustle again. Get themselves a little bit of weed, smoke that, fucking. They'll have, when they get their next $20, they end up fucking doing the same thing again, mix a little bit of the weed with the rock. I'm not saying it's healthy, I'm saying it's healthier than what some people do, okay? Fucking, I see these people go, oh, like they gotta go crazy with it, like they're not just a crackhead, they gotta be the biggest crackhead ever. Fucking, oh shit. Swear to God, I see people blowing clouds of smoke that stretch 100 feet, man. 200 feet, fucking. Smelling like fucking somebody set their blankets on fire, so I'm going down to check, and it's fucking people blowing out from a vaporizer or some shit. Don't tell me you're smoking from a vaporizer is gonna be better. Salt vapor is bad for you, man. You'll notice it's not the cocaine I take issue with. You can chew on them leaves all day. Coca-Cola imports the leaves. Shout out New Jersey weed man. Getting raided by the police again. Not because he done something. They took his keep, set up cameras on his premises. Fucking. Now here's where I don't understand police logic. If I put up cameras on my premises and I'm doing things you don't want me doing, go on the internet and check the video yourself and just download it. That's the simplest day of work you could ever have. Oh, how's that case coming? Oh, doing good. You could fucking put it on fucking double speed and not even fucking, you have half your day to fucking do whatever you want. I don't understand you people. You get a budget for big screens and put them all everywhere. Fucking just watch us. Watch us. You're gonna watch us anyway. Like, where's your fucking head, man? Why do you think I don't give a fuck about the cameras in the building? I'm not doing nothing in front of the camera in the building. The fuck? But if you're gonna come to my door and cause grief, now you gotta think about the camera on my fucking door. So, if you come to my door and you cause grief, that's on you, because I won't even open the fucking door. If you leave and the cops come back afterwards, I'm not opening the door. Fuck that. You okay, baby? You're such a pretty girl. You come over here? Yeah, I want to go on a walk, but I want to go on a longer walk. Sometimes we only do one big walk and then we go on. Your butt's wiggling. Your butt's wiggling. You're such a pretty girl. I don't know if you can even see your knees. You can have some, but try not to throw too much of it at you. You can have some, sure. This won't hurt you, even if somebody has something to say. This is fucking cleaning up your lungs. So, my baby girl's built like a fucking triangle, man. Yeah. Yeah, good girl. Alright, once I'm feeling a bit more up to the world, we're fucking go out there. It's okay, it's okay. You're not a good girl. I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of you people out there, I'd be fucking stressing over some shit if it wasn't for this fucking puppy right here. Fucking circumstances come about to bring us back together, so fucking, that's okay. I'm gonna let some things go, put them on pause. But I'm telling you, they're fucking running up on me and causing grief when I'm with the puppy. Like that fucking setup with the AAZ nigga, fucking fuck you, you little bitch, fucking half-breed piece of shit. Fucking start something and
as I'm leaving so that fucking nothing happens, you start screaming, call 911, call 911, call 911, fuck you, man. Like, fucking, and I turned and stopped. You're lucky that woman was there, man. And so am I, quite frankly, because I lifted up that fucking thing to hit you with it, man. You fucking took, you yelling at me, yelling at my dog, running towards me after fucking having my dog get bit and fucking screaming at me. It doesn't matter if you're saying call 911 or what you're saying. I'm gonna hit you, man. I stopped, didn't I? I was running around. I was pulling the dog. I say running because I'm taking lots of little steps trying to pull the dog. Fucking, I get like 5 feet away around the corner. I'm in the road trying to cross the street so that there's no dog fight. And fucking, this guy starts fucking running towards me in the street. I like fucking, buddy, you're lucky I didn't kill the little dog. I would have. And in that neighborhood, those people would have fucking backed me up. Did his dog bite that dog? No, he just went crazy and beat the dog up. He didn't get a chance. Didn't even get a chance to bite the dog. That's what those people would have said, man. You think you run that block? That fucking coffee time's been ours forever, man. It's been there a long time. I'm sad to see them get closed up, but we fucking burned that place out. We fucking... I don't think you understand when you see me certain places, or don't see me certain places, like you seem to think that I avoid certain places, like I'm afraid to go there from the people that's there. That ain't the case. Those are my people, and I'm doing my dirty, and I ain't gonna fucking walk through fucking their place, bringing my dirty fucking heat following me around. So I fucking go other places, man. Like, I ain't saying I do it to put to any particular purpose to any particular people, but I mean, I fucking roll through your hood, I don't care. But I avoid coming up real close to the houses of people that I know, and that way there's no fucking reason for people to go, oh, he knows this guy, he knows that. Fuck off, man. Who cares who I know? So you people follow me, or that's how I know whether you're getting your information from crackheads, or from the internet, or from my own videos and Facebook. That's how I know where you get information from, because I know from what mistakes you make. You're my good girl. You're my good girl. You're my good girl. My baby. Didn't I tell you I have it? That's when the fucking old lady with the Roddy and the fucking, remember? When the old when the old lady with the Roddy, yeah, I kicked him in the face. Remember? Yeah, I did. I should have let him choke you. I should have, because then you could have had your puppies. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you. Your foot's stuck. Your foot is stuck. Hold on. Your foot is stuck. Hold on. I got it. There we go. She's my service animal, and I'm her service person. I'm her service dude. I service her. Not like that, you sick fucks. She takes care of me. If I can't hold her, then fucking that means that I'm having a fucking episode. So, and she could drag me. Like, let's say we're fucking outside somewhere, no people. She can drag me home. If I'm somewhere with lots of people, then it may well be easier. Despite the legality, I can bring her anywhere. Okay? That's my service animal, self-declared. I'll write it on a certificate if you want and certify it. Because I'm training her fully to open doors with buttons. I'm teaching her about elevators and how to figure out what floor you're on from the stairs and stuff. Because we go down the stairs a few times, so she knows where we are. She knows. She knows how to open the door. If we get the proper lever sets, she could open those. You know, fucking. She takes care of me. But like I say, for me to go into a grocery store or a restaurant with her, I would have to be on top of her, right? And so that would be like, it's not like I couldn't do it. I could, but why? I'm in a restaurant, lots of people there. If I fall down, somebody gonna call me an ambulance. Okay, so just because I legally can bring her somewhere doesn't mean I have to. You know what I mean? Like fucking 6 months ago, technically there was an area of the law that said you could smoke weed in a children's playground, but you couldn't smoke a cigarette. Okay, technically, nobody mentions that. Okay. But that's what it was. And by the way, if you vaporize things, you're not special, because vaping, smoking, I know that we ask for our religious ceremonies or spiritual ceremonies, whatever you call them, but our ceremonies to burn tobacco and things. And if you give us a place where we can do that, we'll do it there. Like, we don't ask for much. We're not blowing crack smoke. We're fucking burning a little bit of tobacco on the ground. Okay, so I don't know why you can suck back car exhaust, but you got a problem with our incense and things. You burn synthetic incense and spray yourself in synthetic perfume made from oil and shit, poisons and shit that they don't have to fucking tell you what's in it. But when it comes to the vaporizing, like, if you're in a place, like, we don't do our ceremonies in an elevator shaft, okay? Don't be blowing your fucking vaporizer bullshit out in the fucking elevator, any of those things. Telling me it's healthier for me when you're forcing me to uptake something I didn't ask to uptake. That's administering a noxious substance, okay? And if anything, vaporizing it makes the uptake even more efficient. So don't do that shit. Don't walk up to me like it's cute and blow it at me. I'll punch you right in your faggot face. Like, I don't care. I'm not politically correct. Okay, so you can't hide behind, oh, I don't look like him, so he won't cause grief. I'm not politically correct in the first place. I'm not white. There's some people, there's so many weird things that happen to me because people just assume I'm white. One of them is assuming that I'll be afraid to be racist in public. No, I'm not. I wouldn't classify myself as a racist anyway. I can be very racial, but I mean, I grew up like. You can't tell me any one type of person's a better or superior person just from where they're from. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe you can even tell what somebody's background is by looking at them either. For the most, like, we sort of do. We learn about all these different cultures. But fucking, we also know that, like, once you intermarry and have kids and stuff, those kids, outsiders don't know where those kids came from. So fucking, I will fucking call, if you're being a half-breed piece of shit, I'll call you a half-breed piece of shit. Like, fucking, don't fucking come up to me, blowing crack smoke at me, trying to instigate the dog. Fucking, I understand it's a rough world. I don't care if you ask me for spare change or can I spare a cigarette or whatever. I'm not going to get mad at you for that, okay? I'm not that unreasonable of a human being, okay? But when you see me every fucking day, and you talk shit to me every fucking time you see me, and then all of a sudden you want me to give you a cigarette or something, like, that's not gonna. See where I draw the line? I'm not talking about normal shit, okay? Like, fucking, I'm talking about, like, weird fucking two-facing fucking tweaker shit, okay? Don't do that shit, and we can coexist in the same fucking community just fine. And if you want to fucking. Don't talk shit about my boots, because you don't know how I got them that wore out, man. I've been doing way more walking than I should have been. I'm fucking on top. Like, those injuries from the car hitting me and things, it's nothing, man. It's nothing. You're gonna hit me with a car, you should have been going faster. The fucking attack, the multiple assaults and stuff. Like, I ain't out here whining and bitching. If I don't tell people, they won't even know I went through this shit. Alright? So fucking, I've had people trying to fucking hurt me and shit. Like, fuck you, man. We doing good. I'm gonna fucking finish this out, fucking. Let's see if we can do this just right for y'all. Have a nice fucking day. It does happen to be Friday.
Shout you out. Shout you out.